Bill O'Reilly here, Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. President Biden calling for a ban on assault rifles. Crime surges in New York City's wealthiest zip codes. Mayor Blasio creates a racial justice commission. Ratings at MSNBC crater without Donald Trump to bash. Most Americans say shopping at the grocery store now a thing of the past. Also ahead, we will nominate some folks for the Hate Trump Hall of Fame. But first, President Biden urging Congress to pass new gun measures after a suspect killed 10 people in Boulder, Colorado. Mr. Biden telling lawmakers to enact an assault weapon ban and limit high-capacity magazines. The Senate tried to limit some firearms back in 2013, but failed by a vote of 40-60. The New York City Police Department warning residents in Manhattan's wealthy Upper East Side to be vigilant against armed assailants. The 19th Precinct, home to multiple billionaires, reporting a 286% increase in robberies. That's unbelievable. Police say the attackers are mostly teenagers. Shootings also up triple digits compared to the same time last year, as New York City's justice system has collapsed under incompetent leadership. And that would be Mayor Bill de Blasio, who is now announcing the creation of a racial justice commission to examine the city's legal code. That crew will evaluate current laws, make recommendations on policies like reparations for black residents, and guarantee jobs. I don't know what that has to do with criminal justice, but maybe the mayor can explain it. Left-wing outfit MSNBC struggling to attract viewers now without Donald Trump in the White House. Ratings in March dropped to the lowest in years. The primetime lineup down 49% in the key demographic. The network's total daytime viewership down 57%. Most Americans say they no longer plan on visiting the grocery store. A new survey from one poll says 64% of adults now have their groceries delivered and scheduled curbside pickup. In a moment, plenty of famous people despise Donald Trump. Will nominate some of them to the Hate Trump Hall of Fame. Right back. Could COVID cost you your home? Cybercrime up 75%. And the most serious of all is home title theft. Bill O'Reilly here for Home Title Lock. That's right, cyber criminals, foreign and domestic, are after our homes, and it's easier than you think. Title documents to our homes are online now. The thief finds your home's title, forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home to him. Then he takes out loans on your home and leaves you in debt. You wouldn't even know it happening until late payment or eviction notices arrive. Insurance doesn't cover you, neither do common identity theft programs. That's why I protect my home with Home Title Lock. The instant Home Title Lock detects someone tampering with my home's title, they shut it down. So please go to HomeTitleLock.com and register your address to see if you're already a victim. Then use code RADIO to receive 30 free days of protection. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. It's unfortunate, but we live in a country that is embracing political hatred. Ask any recent president. Donald Trump got it the worst. So here are 10 nominees for the Hate Trump Hall of Fame in no particular order. Stephen Colbert, the late night guy. He's made a lot of money despising Donald Trump. Before President Trump took office, Colbert was third in the ratings behind Kimmel and Fallon. Then he surged because every night his program was, "We hate Trump, let's mock him." All right? For example, Stephen Colbert called Trump supporters neck-beard fascist neo-Confederate treason humpers, unquote. Very nice. Jimmy Kimmel also has used his late-night program to loathe Donald Trump. He said, quote, "Unless you're pushing a lawnmower, Mr. Trump wouldn't let you into his golf club. He'd roll his limo right over you to get a fried chicken sandwich," unquote, Jimmy Kimmel. Joy Behar on The View has been a hater for many years, and she loathes Donald Trump the most. Quote, Ms. Behar, "If you are a Trump supporter, there's something wrong with you." Ms. Behar pretty much sullies the noble name Joy, does she not? She belongs at the front door of the Trump hate facility. Actor Robert De Niro, he's, out there. On Donald Trump, he says, quote, "He is a lunatic. He doesn't care about people. He doesn't even care how many people die from COVID." And who exactly got the vaccine thing done there, Bob? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Jim Acosta of CNN bashes Trump every single day, every single way. Well, he's kind of disappeared now that the former president is not in office. Acosta, quote, "Donald Trump spent the last moments of his presidency sad and alone. He's a sad and pathetic sight," unquote. Sad and pathetic, Jim, you might know something about that. How about comedian Jim Carrey? Wow, the pet detective said, quote, "Trump is here to murder the truth and weaponize ignorance." Well, Jim Carrey, I would like to speak with you, perhaps on the air. Let's see how smart you really are. All right, we'll be calling. Rob Reiner, a director and former actor. He played Meathead in All in the Family. You remember that. Quote, "This has now become the last battle of the Civil War. Trump is the single most unqualified president in history." Whoa, well, James Buchanan and Millard Fillmore are offended there, Rob. Come on, man. How about Bette Midler? Quote, "Sometimes I think Donald Trump is kind of a vampire. Someone needs to drive a stake through his heart so he can breathe again." Well, I'm breathing fine, Divine Miss M. Maybe a little therapy for you. Finally, Taylor Swift. Quote, "After stoking the fires of white supremacy and racism your entire presidency, you have the nerve to feign moral superiority before threatening violence." That is the Trump Hate Hall of Fame. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message. In a moment, something you might not know. Jeff Brown of Brownstone Research and his team have been at the forefront of nearly every major market move of the last 35 years. In 1987, they foresaw the famous Black Monday stock crash. They called the first dot-com boom. They predicted the housing crisis, the crypto crash. And early last year, when not a single analyst foresaw a downturn in stocks, they told Americans to get ready for a big pullback. And now, what they're predicting next will likely come as a shock to many of us. Jeff Brown believes we're on the cusp of something we haven't seen in 20 years, where fortunes will be made and lost over the next few months. If you have money invested in the stock market, but are confused as what to do next, or if you've been debating getting back in as tech stocks seem to be making new highs, this is an interview you have to see. Please go to bill5g.com right now. That's bill5g.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 2020, very bad year for the entertainment industry. Music sales, Broadway shows, TV ratings, all way down since the pandemic began. But the hardest hit, the Hollywood film industry. Despite one of the worst years on record, the Academy Awards will proceed as planned next month. Since nobody actually saw most of the films, I'm going to run down the nominees and their plots for you. First, The Father, starring Anthony Hopkins. An aging man struggling with his mental and physical health moves into his daughter's apartment. The film made less than $500,000 at the box office. No one saw it. And it is not based on Joe Biden. Next, Judas and the Black Messiah. The movie tells the story of the Black Panther Party in the 1960s, which was very violent. In the end, the FBI infiltrates the group, and the Black Messiah, Fred Hampton, is shot dead. The favorite to win this year's Best Movie Award? Mank. The black and white picture depicts a true story behind the making of Citizen Kane in the late 1930s. That was the Orson Welles movie. Moving on to Minari. Tell about a Korean family that starts a farm in rural Arkansas. Okay. Next, Nomad Land. This is a movie about a widow who sells her belongings and drives around the USA looking for seasonal work. She gets a gig at an Amazon shipping center. That sounds fascinating. Also on the Oscar list is Promising Young Woman, a dark comedy thriller. It features a college dropout who seeks revenge on men. Perfect for the Me Too generation. Next up, The Sound of Metal. The story focuses on a heavy metal musician who is slowly but permanently going deaf. This is not a sequel to The Sound of Music, so don't panic. Finally, The Trial of the Chicago 7, which, as one critic put it, was longer than the real trial. Back after this. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.